And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It's your good pal Jeremy Dog coming. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It's your good pal Jeremy Dog Danley here on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, JaredDogLive.com, wherever you are watching me from. And if you can hear me, please comment below where you are watching from, just so I know. Otherwise, I'm sitting here flapping my trap. The microphone could be turned off. The cord might not be plugged in. There might be a short in the wire. There might be somebody sabotaging the satellite that this is being broadcast from, orbiting the Earth right now. And I wouldn't even know. So comment below where you're watching from. Alicia says Gaylord, Michigan. All right. Loud and clear and ready to go. And I can't wait to come back to my home away from home, the great state of Michigan. I've had a lot of fun shows up there. And as a matter of fact, we have a lot of shows happening in Michigan as part of the Pub and Grub comedy tour coming up. So, Alicia, I don't think Gaylord's that close to Sanford, which is down by Midland. Gaylord is more up north, if I remember. Up there closer to like right in the middle, like in this part of the state. Anyway, that's what's happening. Got other show updates that I wanted to share with you and check in with all my friends, fans, and followers. Hit the share button, smash the like button, the laugh button. If I say anything that makes you laugh, if you enjoy the video at all, spread the love, share the love. So, Friday, December 31st, New Year's Eve, the Dog Comedy Roadshow descends upon the great town of Manson, Iowa, which is notorious for being the town where the incident that was featured on MTV's Ridiculousness and one of the highlights of one of my movies, Road Dogs, where that incident occurred, was in Manson, Iowa in like 2004, 2005. So a long time. I've been bringing my show up there, a lot of cool people, and I can't wait. New Year's Eve is going to be one hell of a party at the Shoreside Pub and Grub. All right. You can get your tickets right now, barcomictix.com, barcomictix.com. You can go right to the Shoreside if you want, if you're in the central Iowa area. Give them a call, go to the website, but make sure you get yourself hooked up with tickets for that one. And then we've got a lot of other Pub and Grub comedy tour shows happening as well. You can go to barcomictix.com and see if at any time the Pub and Grub comedy tour is coming to a town or venue near you. You don't want to miss it. But only come to the shows. Only come to these shows. We do nightclubs, taverns, neighborhood bars. We don't do churches and schools. We play for the 21 and over crowd only, and that's because the material is for adults only. All right, it's not for the easily offended. It's not raunchy. It's not meant to offend anybody. We're not trying to be like some crazy shock jock type performers, but it is truthful, edgy, no holds barred, sometimes a little bit of Comedy Central or Friars Club roast style material being thrown in the mix, which I think makes it fun and memorable and exciting for everybody, and no two shows are alike. So if that's your bag, if that's your cup of tea, then head on over to barcomictix.com and see if we've got a show coming to town near you. Don't show up and ready to complain. All right. Don't show up if you're easily offended. This happened last weekend as a show that I was a part of, that for whatever reason, people were not too happy with some of the material that the comedians had. And it wasn't that it wasn't funny, because it was hilarious. Everybody that night was really good last Saturday night. I want to say a shout out to those involved, but then I might give away the name of the place that had a big problem with the style of material that was going on. And I don't know if I want to go that deep into this, but let's just say if you're easily offended, the Pub and Grub comedy tour is not for you. And if you've ever been to one of my shows before, you know that it's haters beware. Haters need not attend. The hater advisory right now going out live this is for people who like to have fun customers only. You know, if you're going to be easily offended, if you're going to be prone to complaining, if you're there to just sit on your hands and do nothing, then a live comedy roadshow, especially mine, is probably not going to be a whole lot of fun for you or anybody else, really. You know, if you're just going to sit there and scroll on your phone the whole time and not pay attention and not really get into it or enjoy it, doesn't mean you have to go crazy and laugh and give that obnoxious, loud morning DJ fake courtesy laugh kind of thing. But go out there and just let the environment take its desired effect, have a few drinks, share some laughs with some friends and neighbors. That's what it's really all about. That's all we're here for. And I think that the best comedy is the real life stuff. Sometimes it just hits too close to home. That's all. Shoreside Pub and Grub, New Year's Eve. I'm going to be working with my good friend, also from Central Iowa, Ed Burr, from States. That's going to be at also New Year's Eve. We have happening in Michigan, Alicia, if you're still watching. It's in the Uptown Bar and Cafe. It's in a town called Crystal, Michigan, which is right on a lake. It's featuring my good friend, the caffeinated voice of reason, Steve Sabo. Also in Michigan, New Year's Eve, Alicia, if you're still watching. In Lakeview. Is it in Lakeview? Let me check it out. I want to make sure I get it exactly right. And it's also scrolling across the bottom there, by the way. Hey, there's Cody's here. Cody's checking in. We've been known to be what some people would call raunchy. That's what some people would call it, you know, but it's all subjective. Like, I don't know what your definition of raunchy is. In my opinion, if people laughed and liked it, it's not really raunchy. It's kind of like the difference between a rated R movie and like porno. You know, like a rated R movie might talk about stuff that happens in porno, but you're just going to see like the cutaway, or you're going to just hear about it, you know, innuendos or a clever shot that zooms out just at the right moment or whatever, and leaves the responsibility up to the audience to fill in the space in their mind, to fill in whatever it is in their own head. And I think that's what the best comedy really does, as opposed to being explicit like porno. Porno just shows it. Porno just like, boom, there you go. This is what it is. This is what we're talking. We're not even talking about it. You know, the cable guy can show up and the housewife can act like she just got out of the shower all you want. But at the end of the day, no dialogue is needed in porno. It's just straight to explicit, boom, here's the visual. This is what you came for. See ya. And, you know, comedy is like that too. It's not really raunchy if it's clever. You know, it might use some foul language or some four-letter words, or talk about some things that are a little bit off color or sensitive subject matter to certain types of people. And these are all nuanced, and I accept all of that. I accept all. If someone comes up to me and says, listen, I didn't like your bit about such and such because I just happen to be sensitive about that particular subject matter, I'd be like, hey, that's totally understandable. No problem. I really hope I didn't upset you too much. But, you know, that's just my life, or that's just the things that I'm commenting on. And I'm certainly not here to insult or offend anybody, even when we're doing like the roasting and sort of the back and forth banter with the audience. A lot of times there are people in the crowd who love to be roasted. That's what they came for. They sit in the front row because they want to have sort of an influence and impact on the show, and they want the comedian to come at them a little bit harder. There are other people who they don't necessarily like that, and that's fine too. We've got something for everybody. That's the whole thing. There's something for everybody. There's clean jokes, there's super rated R jokes. All right, something for everybody, as long as you're 21 and over, because we only bring the show to nightclubs, taverns, and neighborhood bars, not churches and schools. So boom, right there. Alicia says, it's effing funny what it's supposed to be. I'll check out the shows. Keep on rocking. Hey, thank you, Alicia. We're going to be somewhere else in Michigan New Year's Eve if you can make it out. And I just want to make sure I say the right name and place and town. It is Hershey, Michigan. That is going to be at River Junction with the hilarious Mike Blaze New Year's Eve. So we got a lot happening. Also, New Year's Eve, one other show, which is at Globe Lanes in Random Lake, Wisconsin. Globe Lanes in Random Lake, Wisconsin. And you want to talk about a show that's going to have something for everybody. That's going to be opened up with Dan Brown. Just did his Dry Bar comedy special. It's coming all the way from Ohio. But then it's going to be followed up by the notorious Jim Norder, the band in Ames, notorious Jim Norder. So that's a show that's something for everybody. It's going to be a really fun New Year's Eve show where the first half of it is, the very nice and quick-witted something for everybody, Dan Brown, and then followed up with the late night style of comedy for those who can stick around and party and handle a little bit of edge and more hardcore humor, the notorious Jim Norder. Band from Ames, Iowa, Jim Norder. Congratulations, dude. Not a whole lot of people hold that honor. Otherwise, yeah, like I said, come see me, Shoreside Pub and Grub, Manson, Iowa, New Year's Eve. I'm looking forward to it. And until I come back with another live video update, over and out. Thanks, everybody. Dog bless America.